Hi, everyone. I'm Jen, and I'm the customer support specialist here at Dwell. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to take a look at the repeat and reflect options and how it can help us when we're memorizing portions of scripture. So let's get started. First, you're going to need to pick what you'd like to memorize. If you don't know, that's okay. I recommend going ahead and starting here at the Explore tab at the bottom. And you can click on passages because those are just like well-loved verses of scripture that you've probably heard before. I'm actually going to click on wisdom, and then I'm going to choose Psalm 23. So I'm going to start to play the part of scripture that I would like to memorize. And then what I'm going to do next is go ahead down at the bottom, and I'm going to click this slider icon here. And then I'm going to scroll a little bit, and you'll see the reflect and repeat options here. So I'm going to turn repeat so that it's on. And I want to repeat the entire psalm, "The Lord is my shepherd." So repeat is going to do exactly what it says. It is going to repeat "The Lord is my shepherd" over and over and over again until I stop it. This next feature, the reflect, is really wonderful because it's going to give you, the listener, an opportunity to hear and then call to mind what you've already heard. I find this is super helpful in verse memorization. So I'm going to click reflect and I'm going to choose between verses. Between verses just means it is going to pause for a certain amount of time between each verse of Psalm 23. So I have chosen for it to pause 5 seconds. You can change this by moving the slider whichever way you would like, all the way up to 30 seconds. If I choose between tracks, it's not going to pause in between each individual verse, but it's going to pause after the entire psalm as a whole. So I kind of use this in a process. When I'm first starting to memorize, I will choose between verses because it will give me an opportunity to hear one verse at a time and then call to mind what I've just heard. As I get more comfortable with memorization, I might want it to pause in between the entire portion of scripture as a whole so I can call back to mind larger and larger chunks of scripture, if that makes sense. I, along with many of our users, have found reflect and repeat to be incredibly helpful when memorizing scripture, so I'm really excited for you to give it a try. I hope this video was helpful. But as always, you can send us an email, help@dwellapp.io, and I will get back with you there. Thank you again for watching. We are praying for you and that the word of Christ would dwell in you richly. Take care.